Good morning, everyone. Wednesday today, and it's a very busy day. I was up bright and early. I had a call from the IKEA delivery at 7 AM, so luckily I was already up, but I've got myself ready. I've just done all the chores, like putting the bins out, emptying the dishwasher, cleaning the kitchen, and I am ready for a very busy day here at the house. We have got the wardrobes are arriving hopefully within the next half an hour, and I'm really hoping that they can take them upstairs straight into the dressing room because I know there's going to be quite a lot of boxes, and I did check on the delivery and it does say 2-man delivery delivered to a room of your choice, so I'm hoping it should be okay. Failing that, they'll just have to go in the barn. But yes, that is happening. Then I've got the carpenter popping over to do a final measure up and just run through the final specifications for the alcoves in the dining room. And then I'm just waiting for a delivery of protective flooring to come. It's like a sticky back protective floor for the guest room, and then I can get going with the painting. So it's kind of a waiting game today. Lots of bits going on, but very productive. I wanted to wear something quite comfortable but smart today, so I've opted for white linen shirt. This one is just an H&M white linen shirt. I've literally had this for years. And then I've also just got some navy suit trousers from Philippa K, and that is it. Just a very simple work from home outfit. If it wasn't chilly, I would probably just wear like a tank top today, but I'm actually quite cold. This morning I went outside and it was so crisp. Feels very transitional. Autumn is definitely on the way. Although this weekend it does say it's going to be 23 degrees, so we shall see. But I have just finished editing my vlog from last week. Had a bit of a nightmare with my memory card and it said error and I just couldn't get the footage off, but I managed to do it yesterday, so last week's vlog was a little bit late, so apologies for that. But I realised that I didn't actually really show you any of the progress from the weekend, so I thought I would show you now. It's looking a lot tidier and a lot more organised than it was last week, so let me give you a little upstairs tour. So I think you guys know already, but these two rooms on the end are the guest room and the dressing room. The guest room has had incredible progress. We have now done all of the panelling in the guest room. The half wall panelling is all complete, so we did this over the weekend and it actually didn't take as long as we thought, which was really good. I have also taped up, ready to start painting later, fingers crossed if my Amazon delivery comes. So yes, we're going to do half of the wall, so the bottom part is going to be a different colour to the top. The top is just going to be white, and I'm probably going to put some artwork up here, a mirror up here. The dressing table will slot into this little gap here, and I'm also going to paint these wardrobes the same colour as the bottom as well, but I am so happy with it. So yesterday I did all of the cork and I just did everything around the edges just to make sure it's really seamless, especially in the little joins here. Cork is so good, it's really easy to paint and it just creates like a much more seamless finish, especially if you have any little gaps. We used a nail gun to attach these rather than no nails, just because a nail gun is so much quicker and it's so much more sturdy, but obviously you can use no nails if you don't have a nail gun. But yeah, very, very pleased. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I love this room so much. I'm so excited to get this painted. We actually decided against putting panels on the back wall. So the reason for that is we are going to have a bed, a double bed, which is going to take up quite a lot of this wall. So we actually thought what we'll do is get the bed in and then we will see how much space is available either side once we've got the side tables in. And we might potentially, depending on how much space there is obviously, we may just do a couple of really small boxes on either side by the side tables, but it just seemed a bit silly to do the panels behind the bed when you're not going to see them and the bed is always going to be there. So that is that. And then this awkward cupboard, I've just filled it with a few random things for now, the mirror and the ironing board and all of that stuff. I have actually ordered a suspension pole which is going to go in the middle of here, and I'm going to put a curtain here just for the time being before we decide what to do. I just really wanted to get this room done, and I think just adding a linen curtain on there is going to be so much more sympathetic to the room. It just means we can get this room in action, we can get the furniture ordered, and we can actually start using it. So that is the current situation with the guest room. And then coming into the dressing room, which has the most incredible light in the mornings, it is now empty. I've taken out all the clothes apart from this one rail, but I'm going to move that into the bedroom in a sec. This is now empty. I've hooved it all, I've cleaned it all, so we are ready to get the wardrobes in here and start building these at the weekend, which I can't tell you how excited I am. So we are having wardrobes on this entire wall, all around here in this corner. This is where the old radiator used to be. Corner, seamless wardrobes, and then behind me on this wall there will be more wardrobes as well. These wardrobes are the ones that are currently out of stock, and these are actually a lot thinner, so I think the depth of these is like 30 something, and then the depth of the other ones is about 58. We had to get the shallower ones because of this window, but these are basically just going to be drawers and shelving. So that is pretty much going to be accessories and Jack's clothes, and then the other side is going to be my clothes and probably a little bit of Jack's as well. But yeah, very exciting. I cannot wait to get going with this. So we need to take up the carpet once the wardrobes are being built so that we can redo the carpet at the final point when everything's painted and in situ and everything. For the time being, the clothes are currently in our main bathroom. We don't use this bathroom. I might have the odd bath sometimes, but apart from that, we literally do not use this bathroom at all. So this is where the clothes are being stored for now. They look lovely and neat. I made sure that I packed everything away. Jack's clothes are currently folded up in the bath. So yeah, that's the current situation. Also, just to update you, in the office, we have now rendered the walls. So these are the walls that we had a damp problem. They're now fixed. So these are first coat of render, one more to go, and then they should be ready to paint. Fireplace is on. I think I've showed you this before, but oh my god, I am so happy with it. The only thing I need to do is just paint these side bits, but Jack is actually going to render those just to get a really smooth finish, and then I can just paint over with the grey. I am obsessed with it. So once the walls are done, the next steps in here are getting the flooring in, getting this underlay out, flooring in, and then I can start thinking about furnishing, dressing it. I want to get some really lovely linen curtains for the windows, and I'm also thinking about potentially doing some paneling in here because we have this gorgeous dado rail that goes around the entire top of the room. I think it might be quite nice to have some paneling, but I'm going to plan it out and have a think. But yeah, very exciting. And then my final update for you is the dining room. So please excuse all of these paintings. These were in the office. I actually need to move these in a minute. But this is what we're currently working on with the carpenter. He is going to come shortly to just do a final measure up and chat through with me. Me and Jack were discussing last night, and ideally what we want to do is take off this kind of like tongue and groove paneling around the fireplace. However, we were talking about it last night, and because we are having the cabinets taken off and the shelving fitted next week, we don't have much time, and I actually think we might just leave this on here for the time being, get the shelving units fitted, paint it all, and then we can kind of see about this in the future, because if we take it off, we're then going to need to re-render the wall and plaster it, and it's going to be quite a big job. So I think for the time being, just to make it so that it feels really nice, I think we might just keep it on there for now and work around it. So I just need to double check that that's all okay with the carpenter. But yeah, I cannot wait to get this done. So we're going to have, I think we're having 3 shelves within this section. It's going to have a really lovely bit of coving on the top and some really nice fluted plinths going down the side just to box it all in. And then these end sections are both going to be painted in Farrow & Ball drop cloth, which is this colour here. Just a really nice, rich, dark colour. Not too dark, but something that can kind of swallow up the shadows, because this part of the house gets really dark. And then this centre bit is going to stay white. Oh, I cannot wait. And I'm going to try and find some sort of artwork to go up here. and this is where we're going to potentially have the log burner fitted, so it's just going to be such a lovely area. And then this sofa.com armchair will live over here by the fireplace. I just think it's going to be so lovely, and yeah, I cannot wait. I want to try and find some sort of like picture lights to go at the top of the shelvings, potentially something that's like battery operated, so that we can just have a little bit of light coming at the top. I think it will be gorgeous. Okay, it's a few hours later. It has been chaos this morning. I had the IKEA guys deliver the wardrobes, taking them upstairs. That is now done. And then the carpenter arrived halfway through, and it was just a lot going on. But he has now done the final measure up, gone through all the plans with me. It was a little bit complicated because of the pipe work at the back. It's not even either side, so it's going to be slightly different on one side, but it will look symmetrical overall. So that was brilliant, really good. So he is actually going to be making them over the weekend and fitting them next week, which is so exciting. And it means that probably end of next week, at the weekend potentially, depending on when he comes, I can start painting that, which is really good. I just cannot wait to get that wall styled up and finished and painted and just have it looking really fresh and lovely. So the next thing to kind of plan and organise is the fireplace itself. We need to decide what we're going to do internally, if we want to paint it, tile it. Ideally, I would like to tile it, and then it means that we can get a log burner fitted at a later date. So yeah, hopefully we should get going on that at the weekend potentially. So yeah, really good. I've just, while everyone was here, I was just sat on my laptop, had a 2-hour power session of emails, Monday bits, sending off some invoices, and just getting ahead of the game with my Monday Maison work. I'm so happy because I feel like I have finally got to a place in my mind where Monday is all just kind of clicking into place and everything feels like it's just running really smoothly, which is so good because I took about 1.5 years off from shooting Monday work. It started when something quite traumatic happened in my life a couple of years ago, which you might remember me kind of just touching on it a little bit. But yeah, we went through a really difficult phase and I just found it so hard to keep up 2 businesses at once with all of that going on in my life. Then we moved into our apartment and I just completely lost all love for it. I wasn't inspired anymore. I just didn't have that kind of like passion to keep it going. So I decided just to step away, and to be honest, I was actually just going to close it down and not do it anymore. And I never wanted to. I've always loved just the brand name alone, Monday. I just always loved it and I felt like it was just my own thing. And then when we lived here, when we moved in here, I just suddenly had this urge to shoot content for brands and have that relationship going with my clients and work on brands and branding projects, and I just got so excited for it again. So I decided to relaunch, and I did it really properly this time. I worked with a graphic designer on all of my logos and my branding, and we worked together. I did a few bits myself, and I've relaunched, and I've kind of spent the last couple of months sporadically behind the scenes working on some initial clients and kind of just like restarting it again, which does feel quite sad because I have lost a lot of old clients that I used to work with on retainers and things like that. But everything happens for a reason, and sometimes you have to put pause on something to then revisit it and come back better than ever. So I don't feel like I failed. I just feel like that needed to pause. I couldn't, there is no way I had the brain space at that time to do it all. But now I really feel like I'm getting back into it and it really excites me. So I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on with my Monday clients over the next couple of months, and it kind of works alongside my influencer stuff as well. So if I have a campaign that I'm shooting and posting on Instagram, sometimes I just have campaigns that are content only, so I don't post the content. It doesn't necessarily have to be a product that I love and try because I'm not promoting it. It's just a product that somebody wants some beautiful images for and they want me to shoot them. So it works really lovely, and I just love doing it. It means I get to be really creative and follow briefs and make up briefs myself, and I just love it. So yeah, feeling really good. I don't know how I got into that subject, but there we are. I'm absolutely starving because I haven't eaten yet. So it is 11:30 and I'm going to make some brunch. I usually have like breakfast around this time, and then I'll have my lunch at like 3 o'clock because we eat dinner quite late, so I kind of stagger it a little bit. So I'm gonna make something. I don't know what to have. I'm gonna have a look in the fridge. I've also just had a voice note from my mum, so I better listen to this quickly. Also, I've just looked in the fridge and we literally have barely any food. I've got no Diet Cokes left. We're just running low on everything. And I don't understand how I do a food shop like once or twice a week, and I don't understand where everything goes. I know obviously we eat it, but does anybody else feel like all they do is food shopping? I literally feel like it's all I think about and all I do. It's so boring. I think I'm going to do an online shop and see if they've got a slot tomorrow, because I don't want to go to the supermarket again. I literally go to the supermarket all the time and I'm so bored of it. Okay, I've wrapped up work for the day and I am still waiting for my Amazon delivery to come. So I can't start painting in the guest room just yet. I need the floor to be like completely covered. In an ideal world, I probably wouldn't get the carpet installed before the painting is done. But anyway, I thought I might make a start on the dressing room. I don't know if I have it in me because there is a lot to get done, but I've got everything behind me. So these are all of the packages of the wardrobe carcasses. I've also got the doors in here, and then I've got all of the rails that need to go up, and I've also got all the hinges. I've got a little, I got this, I only got one because I wasn't sure if I liked it, and I might try and get some like different ones from Etsy or something, but this is one of those little things to put your shoes on. I have got a couple of different shoe storages like around the wardrobe, but I just got one because it wasn't super expensive and I just wanted to see if I liked this material, but I don't know if I do. I don't know if it's very fitting with our wardrobe style. But yeah, I've got all the drawers here, all the shelves, everything. And I just really want to make a start on it. But you know when you kind of feel like you need another person with you to get going on something? Like I don't know where to start. I also actually need to take the carpet up and get the carpet out because we are going to build the wardrobes on the floor, which I think, if I just have a look, I think it's actually just floorboards. Yeah, we've got underlay, gripper and floorboards. So I need to get all of that out before I do the wardrobes. So actually I could do that. I've actually got changed because I was way too hot and I didn't want to get my nice clothes ruined. But I have taken out the carpet, the underlay. I've left the gripper for now because it's so difficult to get up and it's not the end of the world if I leave the gripper. So we have floorboards in here, which is so strange, and it's actually made the room feel so much bigger. So I'm just going to do a little pan round and show you the room. So our wardrobes are going to sit along here. We were actually going to take these cupboards out because they are really deep behind them. There's actually quite a lot of space in here. They go really, really high up as well. But we decided that long-term wise, if we keep these cupboards in, it basically means that we already have existing wardrobes if we want to take out our built-in ones. So for example, this could still be a bedroom if we ever moved, or if we ever changed the use of this room and we wanted it to be a bedroom, we can. And we've got some really nice built-in wardrobes that can just be like, you know, repainted and made a little bit nicer, but you could still fit like a double bed in here and yeah, whatever. So we decided we're going to keep these in. It also just hides all of the pipework and everything like that, so we don't have to bother about cutting in all of the wardrobes and things like that. So yeah, our wardrobes are basically going to sit all the way along the front of here, which does mean we will lose a little bit of space just there, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I need to take off these door handles, but apart from that, we're good to go. Good to go. So I think what I'm going to do, I've just moved, you would have seen in my time lapse, I moved all of the boxes to here after I'd taken out the floor, and then I took out this bit once these were moved. So I think I'm just going to get going. I'm going to give it a go. I have built one of these before in the pantry in the laundry room, so I'm going to try. Even if I make a start on it, at least I've given it a good go, and I can't do any painting until Amazon comes, so I might as well tackle the big boxes. Okay, it's a few hours later. I've had work calls and bits in between, but I've managed to get 2 of the carcasses up and I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm absolutely boiling, but 2 carcasses are up. We are going to have to create some sort of like battening to get this closer to the wall to attach it, but it should be fine. These are the backings to the wardrobes, but I need Jack to help me with that because it's so tricky to make sure it's laying flat and attach it properly, and that's very key. If that's flapping about, it just looks awful, but it will be the same material as this. So yeah, the 2 carcasses are up. It's really hard to see it because obviously you can see through them and you can see the wall behind, but I am so happy with them. So I actually got the 201 centimeter high wardrobes. They're the lowest height, they're not the highest. Our ceilings aren't super high upstairs, so you can see we've got a little gap above, but we are actually going to be creating some battening at the top and kind of like boxing this in, or I might just do a bit of coving on the top, so we've got a small gap in the ceiling. I think the coving is going to look better, so we might do that. The only thing we have to be wary of is obviously you can see the top of these cupboards behind, so we need to kind of think about it, figure out whether we're going to do like maybe a strip along and then coving that reaches the ceiling. I think that's probably going to be the best idea, but we can figure it out, watch some TikTok DIY videos. But yeah, I've got both wardrobes in, so these are going to be kind of like the main hanging wardrobes, and we're going to have a double hanging in here, and then this section is going to be the corner wardrobe, which is then going to have shelving in this section here, drawers, and then long hanging along this wall. So yeah, this is going to literally continue along from here and then come round, and I think it stops about here. Definitely going to be changing that light switch because it's so ugly. But yeah, I'm really pleased. We still have all of these boxes to go, and this isn't even the full wardrobe. We still need to order the ones that are going to go on this side, but I am in love with it. I think it's going to be amazing. So one step closer. Good evening, everyone. I am in bed in my pajamas and I have never been cozier. It's 8 o'clock and Jack has had to go and help his family with something. So I have taken myself up to bed and, oh, he's just messaged me. He's on his way home. I've already eaten my dinner. I had risotto, which I made. It was delicious. I made asparagus edamame risotto with little bits of kind of like bacon in it. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Jax is in the microwave ready for when he gets back, and I've actually just started watching this Netflix series called Who is Erin Carter. I'm about 10 minutes into the second episode. It's a little bit strange, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a good like easy watch in the background. I'm also scrolling through Zara Home because I am starting to look for furniture for the guest bedroom, and I want to get some really minimal side tables, some lamps, a ceiling light, and then I also need to find a bed and a mattress. I'm just having a little hunt for some pieces. I think I'm going to get, what is up with my collar? It's so high up. I think I'm going to get the same side tables that we have in the living room, but the kind of like travertine and gold option rather than the black that we have in the living room. I just think it's going to really complement everything really nicely. So yeah, that is what I'm currently doing, and I'm wearing my gorgeous pyjamas from the Napco. I love these pyjamas so much. They're like a really soft cotton in this check. I love them. They're my favourite ones. I still need to do my skincare, but yeah, I've been sat up here for about an hour now, and yeah, having the best evening. Wednesday nights are so much fun. I've also just done a food shop on Ocado. I always switch between kind of Waitrose, Ocado, sometimes Sainsbury's, but I decided to do a shop on Ocado, and oh my goodness, they had so many good bits on there. So I've ordered loads of new puddings to try, and yeah, exciting. The weather's meant to be quite nice at the weekend, so I'm thinking we could have a barbecue maybe on Saturday night, but we shall see where the weekend takes us. But yeah, I shall see you in the morning for, hopefully, fingers crossed, a day of painting, but my protective flooring still hasn't arrived, so hopefully it comes tomorrow, unless they've put it in the barn, but I haven't heard a car today, so I doubt it. Anyway, fingers crossed. See you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It's bright and early. The sunrise is beautiful. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but the sky is so pink. It's gone down a little bit now, but about 20 minutes ago it was so pink and it was gorgeous. It's currently 6 AM and I definitely look like I woke up 20 minutes ago. But today is a very exciting day. It is painting day and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna get myself ready, get some work done early so that I can just crack on, and I really want to try and get it done today. I think I can. I think I can get it all finished by the end of the day, which is really exciting. I'm gonna do a slick back hair today. I haven't washed my hair since Monday and it's not doing too bad. I always sleep with my hair in a bun, so I always get these like insane big curls in the morning, but they're always a bit crinkled. I need to do some skincare, put a little bit of makeup on just to make me feel more alive, get some clothes, and we can crack on. I'm very excited to get this done because I can't wait to see the transformation in the room. I've made myself my iced matcha to start my morning, and I slept so well last night. I'm currently trialing some new skincare products and they are working wonders on my skin. I keep getting a bunch of breakouts here and I'm not sure why. I don't know if this is linked to your hormones or your gut, I can't quite remember, but they've completely gone. They've really dried out and they're just like really tiny marks now, but my skin just feels incredible. I feel like it's just getting better and better every single day, so I'm really pleased with that. But yeah, just gonna do a tiny bit of makeup, just a little bit of like everyday natural makeup, probably just do a little bit of the Bioterry hyaluronic, some bronzer, some blush, and I'm good to go. And finished. Literally that took me 8 minutes on the timer. Super quick. All I do is foundation, bronzer, blush, a little bit of lip liner, and I actually curled my lashes today, but the LVL is still going strong. Also, I've just decided that I'm going to pop some oil in my hair today because I'm not going to wash it till tomorrow. I usually like to wash my hair on like a Monday or a Tuesday and then a Friday or a Saturday. I try to wash my hair twice a week. Sometimes I wash it more if I'm shooting or I've got like more events on, but when my weeks are just like I'm at home, I like to just make the most of it and not wash it, because I feel like that's what's really helped the health of my hair. So it is looking a little bit greasy at the top, as you can see, but yeah, I'm gonna pop some oil in. I'm using the Way hair oil at the moment and I'm really loving it. It smells absolutely incredible, but also it's a really lightweight oil. It doesn't actually feel greasy at all, and even once it's in my hair, by the end of the day, if I put oil in, often it feels really like stringy and greasy, but this doesn't at all. So I always just like to pop some oil in my hair, make it super silky and smooth, and then I'll pop it in like a plait or a bun or something like that for the whole day. Okay, the prep work is done. I've put down a dust sheet. I ordered this floor wrap and it's absolutely rubbish, so that was a waste of time. Instead, I've just used a dust sheet and tucked it under the pipework here, and then I've used masking tape and like dug it down into the edges of the carpet so it's completely sealed, because I'm going to do like a really seamless painting. I want to paint literally to the bottom, so the carpet needs to be very well protected. And I've just tucked it under the door, and I'm just going to do a section at a time. So I'm going to start with this section first, and then when this is done I can switch around to the don't remember the last thing I vlogged, and honestly I just feel like a hot mess. Not even hot, I feel like a horrible mess right now. My hair is just awful. I just look horrendous, but all in the name of DIY and making our house beautiful. So I'm just going to climb over the mess that is the hallway. I'm about to actually sort all of this out, but when I tell you this end of the house is just chaos, I am not lying. I'm out of focus. So the dressing room is really taking shape and it's honestly making me so excited. So let me show you what I've been up to. We now have all of the carcasses built on one side of the wall. This corner unit took me so long to do because I couldn't get my head around these pieces and I was just getting so confused, but that is built. I've also built another one of the 100cm units. So we've got 3 of those on this wall and they honestly fit perfectly. Look how amazing they fit on this wall. Obviously we have a little gap here. They aren't secured to the wall, so they are super wonky. If you haven't had IKEA packs before, I had these in my old bedroom in my family home. They need to be secured to the wall. You can't just have them like this with shelves in and just leave them. They will end up just completely toppling over. So this weekend's task is to get the backs on, because I've honestly spent 2 hours trying to do that today and I just cannot do it. It's so fiddly. I've had them laying down, I've had them standing up. I cannot do it. You need 2 people to almost like hold the edges. So it's looking really good, and this weekend's task is to get all of the backs on so they'll look like actual wardrobes and not just frames. And then out in the hallway we have got all the shelves, the rails and everything like that in these boxes. Moving on to the guest room, I've had a bit of a nightmare, okay? So I think the last thing you would have seen in here was me painting, and I think I filmed a time lapse and then my camera battery died. But I've had a bit of a palaver. So you can see from behind me, I have painted a little section of the wall, but I don't love it. I don't love it. This is actually the lick colour that we used in the downstairs bathroom. So this is, I need to actually put the lid on this. This is beige number 6. Gorgeous colour. It's actually very similar to this tracksuit. It's such a beautiful colour and I do really like it, but I just don't love it in this room. I really wanted this room to feel really light, really airy, soft, calming, really kind of dreamy, and this colour is just a little bit too dark for this room, and I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it was going to work, and now I've put it on the walls, I don't like it. So we've gone back to the drawing board. I just don't love it. I'm not 100% happy and I don't want to paint it all and then regret it in a week's time. So yes, I think we're going for beige number 1, I think it is, but I will update you obviously when it comes. So fingers crossed I can get that ordered and we can start on that either the weekend or next week. I don't think it's going to take me long to paint this room. I think it will be a day, 2 days at most. The hardest bit is the prep. Putting this dust sheet down with the tape took me so long. And obviously I'm going to have to move it around each stage. So yes, that's the little kind of halt in the progress in the guest room, but it's not the end of the world. To be honest, this room is not the most important. I just really want to get going on the dressing room. I feel like, I don't know, I think as much as I've loved doing a project and having a house that's a project, I do find it really difficult when my job is working from home and my job is like predominantly fashion and styling and lifestyle and outfits. It's really hard to get the balance between showing you guys the reno stuff, living my life, working, and also filming styling content when all my clothes are packed in bags. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next week or so, you won't have to hear me talk about that ever again. It is Friday today and I'm on my way to go and see my mum. I'm really excited because today is the 1st of September and it really feels like autumn is coming. It's very warm today. It's definitely not cold. The temperature has definitely not dropped, but it is very rainy and overcast and cozy. And do you know what? I'm not mad about it. I can still wear kind of like summery-ish outfits, but it still feels like autumn is on its way. We have actually planned to go for a really nice long walk and then go for lunch at the pub, and we're actually going to meet halfway and go to a pub that we haven't been before. I've driven past it 1,000 times and I've never been, but it's actually a part of a group of other pubs that I really like and I've been to quite a few of them, so it should be really lovely. And my mum is actually going to bring our dog because it's her birthday today and she is 15 years old today. I cannot believe she's 15. You guys probably have seen Gracie before in my videos, but she is a Yorkshire Terrier and yes, she's 15. We've had her for a very long time, since I was a little tiny girl. It's going to be a really lovely afternoon, just cozy, having a catch up, eating a nice pub lunch and hopefully getting a lot of steps in. So I'm wearing a bit of a hybrid outfit right now. I'm wearing my Novo cashmere roll neck bodysuit and then I've got this gorgeous jacket on which is from Forever New. Where am I going? Beep, 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 beep. Reversing. I'm gonna go right here. That'll make more sense. I love this jacket. It's just such a good kind of throw-on jacket. Makes you feel quite smart, but it's really comfortable. You don't feel too restricted or too kind of like officey. And then I've got white jeans on, which is definitely a bit presumptuous because it is raining right now. But I have got my big knee-high boots on, ready to go for a walk and I've got my waterproof coat as well, so if we get rained on, it's not the end of the world. To be honest, I was just planning on wearing leggings, this bodysuit and my waterproof coat and boots, but my mum is a very classy lady and she likes to dress up, and I didn't want to be sat opposite my mum in the pub having lunch and she's dressed really lovely and I'm dressed like a farmer. Honestly, so confused with this weather. It's pouring down. Anyway, I'll see you when we get there. Gracie! 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 Happy birthday! Oh. Okay, I am with my lovely mummy and Gracie, the birthday girl. Oh, it's not in focus. We are just on our way to the pub on our walk. I'm absolutely boiling. I don't know why I thought it was time to get all the winter knits out, but I am roasting and I'm very much excited for a Diet Coke and a sit down, and we might even be able to sit in the garden. Yeah, that'd be nice. Nice for Gracie. I brought Gracie some little chicken sticks so she can eat those. I am back home and I've just had the most wonderful afternoon. What a lovely Friday. I literally feel like a new person. It's so funny how washing your hair, putting a bit of makeup on, spending time with your mum is just the best feeling ever. So I've just got home and let me try and stand you up. And I think I'm going to end the vlog here because I've been editing it today and it's quite a long one. So I'm gonna end the vlog and I'm probably gonna start a new one, and yeah, I might try and vlog some bits at the weekend, fingers crossed. But I don't want this one to be too long of me just rambling on. But I hope you have enjoyed seeing the dressing room, the guest room, all the bits and bobs that have been going on. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you're new, thank you so much for subscribing. If you've got this far, big thank you. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. I feel like a lot of people are watching my channel and watching all my videos, but they're not subscribed. So please do. When I get to 10,000 subscribers, I really want to give something back and do something, just to say a huge thank you. So yeah, not long to go. I will see you in my next video. Bye.